Howdy. This is my Genshin Impact 3.4 boss tier list. There's just one thing I want to mention before the video starts. Could you count for me how many times I say mechanics in this video? Thanks. Peanut, Scaramouche, and Dendrohypostasis. But for now, I'll do all the bosses from 3.1. So I'm gonna go from bottom to top because that's easier for my caveman brain to process, and I'm gonna be pretty mean. Hold on. I'm gonna be pretty mean about this. So all the D tier ones D tier for me is stuff I actually hate. So right off the bat, where is it at? And I'm gonna do it in order too. Like this is the best or like the worst in this scenario. You know what I mean? So no, it would be the opposite. So this is for now. I'm gonna add everything in front of it because it's actually the Hydro Hypostasis is my least favorite enemy in the game. Period. I hate it. I hate everything about it. Oh, wait, I lied. This thing is worse. These two guys, so they made this guy first. The Oceanid. They made her, and they're like, okay, nobody likes this boss. Nobody likes fighting it. Let's add another one just like it. So the two Hydro bosses here, I cannot stand them. Literally, I don't know what they were thinking. I hate them. I don't want to fight them ever again. Okay, Geohypostasis, I like it more than these two, but I still also hate it. It's just any boss that adds a bunch of mechanics that I don't find fun but are tedious, they're gonna be in D tier for me. Cryo, I like it more than Geo as well. So it's slightly better. It has a mechanic that I find slightly interesting to do. I don't love it, but it's not bad. Pyro, Animo, all the Hypostasis are D tier for me. So I'm basically debating right now which one of these are better. I'm gonna put Pyro here. Nope, here. I like the Pyro a little more than these guys. Well, a lot more than this piece of crap. But and then Animo, and then lastly Electro. I think the OG two are pretty good. I like them. Wolflord, see, here's the thing. I know Wolflord's annoying, but I kind of like it, you know, because it adds a lot of different mechanics. I'm stuttering here. Let me calm down, boys. I'm getting really passionate about this video game. It adds a lot of mechanics that I like a lot. It's just that it's also kind of annoying. But for that, I'll put it. I'm putting it above D tier. I haven't decided where yet. I still have a few more I'm gonna add to D tier, namely. No, I like them enough that maybe this is it for D tier. I like these guys, the Registfine, enough that I'm gonna put them in C tier. And I'm gonna start with the Cryo one. This thing is bugged. This boss has been bugged since the game came out. It hasn't been fixed. Basically nobody knows that it's bugged other than like me and probably like 3 other people. It's bugged though, and it really drives me nuts. So that's definitely my least favorite C tier, and Pyro's above it because it's not bugged, but it's kind of a very similar fight. And then the Electro Registfine, I think it's clearly a better mechanically made boss than these two. So out of the Registfines in the game, I don't know if they'll add another one, probably not. Out of the 3 that are in the game, it's my favorite. They definitely are adding another one, so yeah. Out of the trio, this is my favorite one. Wolflord, yeah. Do I like it more than the Electro? I do, because like I said, the thing with the Electro is that it's stationary, and there's only so much fun I can have with a stationary boss, and while a lot of people hate the Wolflord, I think it has redeemable mechanics to it. So, C tier. This thing, actually, let me put that behind the Wolflord. It's a cube. It's a cube. I'm fighting a cube, you know. I've already fought a ton of cubes. This is just a robot cube. That's all I'm gonna say about it. It's all it deserves to be talked about. This thing kind of reminds me. My dog's playing with something. This thing kind of reminds me of the Wolflord just because of how. Also, Weenut. This thing and Weenut. I don't know the name of it. Hold on, let me see. The Ruined Serpent. Okay. The Ruined Serpent is kind of in the same vein as this, Weenut and Wolflord. It's just kind of like tedious sometimes. But I don't think it's a bad boss fight like these guys. Like, I actually despise these two right here. Let's see. C tier. This guy is C tier as well. Man, how am I forgetting his name? He's literally, he's like the buddy. Hold on. Duvallin. Haha, there we go. Duvallin. I don't know if I said that wrong, but let me think. What can I say positive about this fight? It's unique. What are the negatives of this fight? It's annoying. It's very annoying. So, but I still like him more than the hypostasis. Everything is better than the hypostasis except for this sad sack here. So, better than Cube, better than the Regifines. Yeah, Dvalin's boss music is pretty cool. And the cinematic aspect of it is cool. It's just kind of an annoying fight. And because it's so different from all the other fights, there's really not much redeemability about it. Alright, so I think that's it for C tier. B tier, B tier. Yeah, these guys go in B tier. I like their cooperative aspect, you know how there's multiple. I forgot their names. I guess I don't really care enough about their names. They're Enkanomiya bosses, so they're fine. But at the same time, I kind of feel like they could be even better. It's one of those fights where I feel like there's a lot more potential than it is, but it's not bad. I don't know the backstory behind these. I don't know, but it's cool. Another B tier. The grass chicken. I think I like it less than this fight because it's just a grass chicken. I'm fighting a chicken, a giant one that uses grass powers. So. Also, I like this one worse than those two. Ruined Drake, I believe, is the name. I usually don't like flying enemies, but I think this one is different enough that I think it's okay. I'm kind of getting tired of all the mechanical enemies in this game, I'm not gonna lie. But I think it's, as far as the mechanical enemies go, I think it's my least hated, except for, do I like this one more than it? I like the invisibility aspect of it. I like how there's a boss that's invisible, although it can be annoying. I just like the mechanic of it. Electro Oceanid, I actually, so it's gonna be the most like probably controversial take. I actually like that boss. I like this guy. I know it's like probably one of the top 5 most hated bosses in the game, but I really don't mind it. So I don't know if I'm gonna put it. I'm still looking at these. I don't know if I'm gonna put it in A tier or not, but it. Do I B or A? I'm gonna put it top B. It's gonna go top B. I actually really like it. I like it more than this one, even though these two are kind of like a little similar. I like it more than all these. So it's probably my most controversial take in this video, but I really like the Electro Oceanid. So now I'm gonna go on to A, and I know for sure out of A, this one's my least favorite A fight. What's his name? He's like the butt buddy of Zhongli, except he's not anymore. As something Ass. His name's Ass. So my thing with him is that I'm just fighting a giant rock frog thing, and he doesn't move a lot, so he kind of has similar issues I have with Regifine. He does move, but he really don't move too much. So that's my least favorite A fight. It's still good fight. And then slightly above him is Tartaglia, or I think the boss fight's called Child. He's a giant toad, frog, toad, rock, dragon thing, whatever he is. He's very slow. And I like bosses that, as you can see from the ones that I left, that move around. Also, this one is actually, this is a tough one. These two are pretty similar in some ways. They nerfed Tartaglia, which really, just because they nerfed Tartaglia, that triggers me. So I'm gonna keep him lower than that chick. I forgot her name too. The burning witch lady. All right, and then these three are S tier for me. This is Magu Kenkai is my least favorite of the S tier. I really like Magu Kenkai's fight. Signora, that's her name. I like Signora slightly more than Tartaglia, because they nerfed him. My poor boy, he got nerfed. Originally when the boss fight came out, and I think if he were to come out now, they wouldn't have nerfed him. But back when he came out, people were still like lower level, less artifacts, less like knowledge of the game. So they actually nerfed this fight, and that really made me mad at the time, because I thought the boss fight was one of the few things that was actually challenging in the game at that time. So he's going lower than Signora just because I'm a salty boy. And this is a tough one. These are two really, really good fights. I think Raiden's my favorite fight, so I'm gonna have to go like this. Like this. Primo Geovashap's really cool. The fact that it has different elements that it can use, like, you know, in subsequent fights, really cool. But Raiden Shogun for me is still the best boss fight. Also, can we just acknowledge that she has attacks that aren't circles? That's crazy. No circles that are just, this is circle impact. Attacks that aren't circles, unprecedented. Except I don't think it's unprecedented. I think there's a few other characters that do that, so not unprecedented, but she's my favorite fight in the game. Raiden, Maga King. So we have the same S tiers jigs. I like that. It's gonna be a little shoehorned. How can I do this? I like this. I like the Dendro Cube more than the Pyro one. It's a right around here. So this is scuffed, like I said. I'm gonna put it right here. I think it's like that for me. Next we have, man, I really gotta go like this. Oh, Scaramouche. I hate I liked the Scaramouche boss fight at first. The first 1 or 2 times I liked it. And then I've fought it like 10 times. And I'm kind of sick of it. It's gonna be controversial because I know a lot of people really like this fight. For me, personally, I think it's right around here. Whoa, 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 whoa. I almost made him disappear. It's right here for me. It's like the same kind of thing I have with the critique of Duvalin's fight. Hopefully I'm saying that right. It's kind of gimmicky, man. And the more I do it, the more I'm like, dude, I don't want to do it anymore. So yeah. And lastly, we got the newest boss, Wee Nut. Got Wee Nut in here. Big, giant, actual snake instead of robot snake. And because it's an actual snake and not a robot snake, I almost think the boss fights are a little bit better. Or a little bit too similar. But I like Wee Nut. I like Wee Nuts more, and his name's really funny. So I'm gonna put him at the edge of B tier. He's the very last thing in B tier. And, yeah, so that's the tier list. It's like I said, this is definitely scuffed, but I guess it looks looks okay. Yeah, what do you guys think? Did I get anything way off?